join in. My name is Dixon. My name is Dixon. I'm glad to have made it to Crypto Flow board because it is wonderful. It is helping us to trade and make a lot of money. It is helping us make a lot of money. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen because it is important that I share my screen and we learn. Maybe welcome about to the new month. Welcome about to the new month. I hope May was a month of fruitfulness. May was a month of making money. If you didn't make money in May, then be prepared to make a lot of money in June. So this is the power of Crypto Flow bot. If you're joining us from YouTube, welcome aboard. Let me share my screen and I show you there are some running trades right now. I have some running trades on this account right now. You can see this trade of FF is in $24. You see WLFI is in $1.31. I have Paul in $1.56. So some trades have not yet delivered profits. This one is seeing small negative. They have not yet delivered profits, but of course some are already delivering profits. So if you want to close on some profits, let me get my pointer. Is my screen visible? Are you able to see my screen? Type for me a yes if you're able to see my screen. Type for me a yes if you're able to see my screen. Type for me a yes right away so that we can go ahead and we learn well knowing that you guys are able to see my screen. If you're able to see my screen, type for me a yes in the chat. Type for me a yes in the chat. So this is the power. This is the power of Crypto Flow bot. You don't have to do anything. The bot handles everything. So if you see that the coin has made for you enough profit and you want to close it, you just come here and tap on this X, okay? Tap on this X. If you see that the trade has given you enough money and you want to close it, tap on this X. When you tap on the X, the trade is going to be closed on your Binance account and you're going to take off that profit. Me, usually, I usually love to take profit. I usually love to take profit. If we come here, for example, if we come here to close trades, you'll see that this trade you see that this trade has closed with a profit of $14.51. Okay, yesterday made some loss here, small loss of $2, but otherwise you can see profits have been coming in, and this is very wonderful, very wonderful. So if we come back here, you can see the trade has closed with a profit of $14. Me, I like taking profit. I'm not someone who's going to sit there and look at money in the market and I don't take profit. Okay, so you can say I want to, for example, if you're trading, you can say this profit is enough and you close it from here. Okay, maybe this profit is enough. Or you can say, let me leave the bot to work. Whenever it makes a lot of profit, it will close automatically. So the bot usually what it does, it leaves the trades to run, and and you get much more profits from one trade. So it is better you leave the bot to handle everything. For example, you can see these ones, they have all been closed by the bot, not me. The bot is the one closing them, not me. Okay, the bot is closing them, not me. Only this one, it is where I have manually intervened and I closed. So you can let the bot run and close everything on your behalf, work on your own behalf, and do everything on your own behalf, or you can intervene. So today, apart from the automated trading side, I want to also show you another side of trading where you get involved in the trading, okay? Where you get involved in the trading because the bot, remember, it gives us signals, okay? They restored all the signals for the short signals because the market is changing, but for signals which go for the short direction, they are being modified and they are being calibrated to make sure we start receiving short signals that are high quality short signals. They're also coming. As for now, you cannot see any short signal because uh, the engine behind the short signals is being calibrated from the latest information or the latest announcement that they made. I think it was yesterday when they made this announcement. If you come here up, you will see that there is this megaphone. When you click on that megaphone, you can see this is the latest announcement that they made yesterday, about 19 hours ago, and they told us that the system has been leveled up. What is fully fixed? Okay, they told us stop loss cascade has been fixed. Manual execute has been fixed. Bot execute discipline. Manual conduct activation. Then they said here down. I'm interested in this. They said here down, being calibrated in the background. Short signals pipeline is being recalibrated for higher accuracy. So you may not see the short signals, or they can be few because they are calibrating the short signals engine for higher accuracy. So as for now, I'm going to demonstrate everything using the long signals which are available so that we can understand them. So when you buy Crypto Flow board, it connects to your Binance account via API. And when it comes to your Binance account or your Bybit account, then it will read your balance in your Binance or your Bybit. Okay. It will read your balance in your Binance or your Bybit. Now, you can either turn on full automation or turn on custom strategy. I don't know. Is there anyone on this call who doesn't know what full mode? Okay. Is there anyone who doesn't know the difference between this full automation and custom strategy? If you're on this call and you don't know the difference between these two, the difference between full automatic mode and custom strategy, okay. If you are here on this call, you don't know the difference between full auto, full auto mode and custom auto mode, custom auto. If you're on this call and you don't know the difference between these two, please write for me a 3 in the chat. Write for me a 3 in the chat. If you don't know the difference, you're honest. You don't know the difference between full automatic mode. Someone is saying my network is jumping. Is it true? Is my network jumping? Is my network jumping? I think my network is okay. My network is okay. But if you're on this call, you don't know the difference between full automatic mode and custom automatic mode, please type for me a 3 in the chat, because if you don't know that, then there is no way how you will understand the manual trade settings if you don't know even the difference between full automatic mode and custom auto. Type for me a 3 in the chat. Okay, I see some people, they don't understand that. I see Axam, I see Derek, I see Ivo Crypto, I see Coach Vanderbeek, I see Gabriel Yusuf and Oriel Demudia. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this. So, where does full automatic mode work? Full automatic mode, what does it mean? You just come here and turn on this button. Okay, after you connect your Binance, you just turn on this button once. Okay, like this. That is, you will see it is going to show you full auto mode running. But remember this spot trades, before I turn on this mode trades both spot and futures. You can decide to trade spot. In spot, I have there $200. Or you can say I want to trade futures. Okay. So if I put it in spot here, if I put it in spot and I turn on futures, you see it is showing full auto spot running. Okay. Then, if I put it in futures and I turn on full automatic mode, you will say it's saying full auto futures running. So which means you can run full automatic mode either on futures or spot or both. You can turn on this one button and you also turn on this button. You run full automatic mode on both futures or spot. So who is full automatic mode for? Who is full automatic mode for? Full automatic mode is for you who, after connecting your Binance account via API, you see the balance here. It is between the range of 50 to $190. If you know, after connecting, your bot is showing you here a balance between 50 and $190, then you should not disturb yourself for going into custom strategy. Just come and turn on this button. Full stop. You're done. The bot is going to handle everything. It's going to handle the market analysis, capital management, risk management, everything. It will trade for you, close for you, all. You don't have to do anything. But if you're someone, you have $200 and above, you have $200 and above, now it is where you come to custom strategy to set up a strategy setting that can best accommodate your capital. For example, in this case, in my futures account, you can say I have $500, 559. So if I come here to custom strategy here, I come to custom strategy, you will see that this will be taught on Wednesday in detail, but now I'm just going over. You see that it is going to show me the balance I have in my futures account, okay? And the partitions that are open for me using that futures balance. You can see up to 500. The 1,000 is locked. That is because I don't have up to $1,000 here. So what does it mean? It means that if I select any partition, for example, 100, it is going to trade for me 5 coins, but each coin is going to put $100. If I select the $200 partition, it's going to trade for me 2 coins maximum, but each trade with $100. If I select the $300 partition, it's going to trade for me 1 coin at a go with 300. If I select this, that is what it means. So if you come here, you choose a partition that will give you at least 2 and above trades, okay? 2 to 15, around 2 to 15, that is enough if you have big capital. Choose a strategy that is going to give you at least 2 to 15. For example, if I have this balance here and I set the $100 partition, it gives me 5 trades. How do I set the $100 partition? It's by me tapping into this. I just tap once. For example, you tap once and the partition is selected. It means you're telling the robot that even if I have $500, make sure you trade for me 5 coins, but with each coin trading it with $100. That is what you're meaning. So you just come here down, you turn on all these buttons, okay, and the bot is going to do the trading for you. Okay, that is it. That is the simple difference between full automatic mode, where you do not customize anything, and custom strategy, where you dictate how the bot should behave in the market. Now, After you know that, then now we move to this session is about manual trading. Okay, the ones I've just shown you, the bot does everything for you. But let's assume that the bot it is treated is doing some things for you, but you also want to get involved in the trading. What do? This is where we are going to use trading signals. The bot gives you trading signals. As I told you, the short signals engine is being recalibrated to make sure it gives us higher quality signals. Okay, so you may not see short signals today, but of course, in the next few days, you'll see short signals coming in, and you can trade both long and short in futures. So if we click on signals, you can see that there are different signals being given. So what qualifies as a good signal? First of all, you should look at the confidence. Any signal with 80% and above is good. 80% and above is good. Even those in 70s, they are fair, but they will take long to give you to deliver the profits. They are fair, they will come out, but they will take much longer to deliver profits. For example, if a signal with 80% confidence was to deliver profits maybe in 2 hours, the 70 can deliver profits in around 4 to 5 hours. So they are still okay to trade, but me, I prefer signals with 80% and above. Second, look at the time when it was given. Look at the time. When was this signal given? You can see this signal has been given 21 minutes ago. Okay. So the most important thing, a signal should not exceed 1 hour. If you see it has exceeded 1 hour, leave it. It has already moved a lot, leave it. So, but the best signal to trade would be a signal which has been given 15 minutes and below. 15 minutes and below. That would be the best signal to trade using the strategy I'm going to show you. 15 minutes and below. Then here it should not have moved here. When you come here down, it's through here, 15 minutes and below, and here down it should not have moved more than 5%. If it has moved more than 5%, has moved a lot, you can leave it and wait for another signal, because the signals are always coming in hour after hour. They are coming in always in a day. We get around, for example, right now there are 3 signals, but of course they are coming in day by day, and there are so many during the day. You will never lack a signal to trade. Then also, apart from the time, apart from the movement here it should show the word fresh. It should show the badge fresh, that is a fresh signal. Okay, not an expired signal, not a sell signal. Then also another important thing here, you should look here and see, is this a spot signal or futures signal? That's the difference. Is this spot or futures? For example, let's see whether we can find a futures signal. All these are spot, or these are spot, or these are spot. Let's see if we can find a futures signal. This is also spot, XPL. It's also spot. So spot signals have been many. Spot. Does it mean that if it's a spot signal, you cannot trade it in futures? You can trade it in futures if you want. Yes. But of course, if it is given as spot, it should be better you trade it in spot. And if it is given as futures, it should be better you trade it in A. These are all spot signals, my dear. Jesus Christ. Let me see. Spot, spot, spot. These are fading. These okay. So this was a future signal given some 1 hour back. So we haven't had future signal in 1 hour, but this was a future signal. You can see it has the badge futures. I just wanted to show you the badge, and you can see it is over 1 hour. It is showing the edging. It is edging. It is taking long. Okay, it is edging, soon expiring. So I'm going to experiment. I'm going to show you using these live examples. For example, this one has been given 40 minutes ago. Very fresh. It is a spot signal. So what does it mean? I should have money in my spot wallet. Okay. That means I also have money in my spot wallet here. If I click here, you'll see I have money in my spot wallet. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can also trade a spot signal inside futures. That is a very good secret, which I'm going to show you at the end. So stick around to make sure you also know, how do I get a spot signal and I trade it in futures. I'm going to show you the trick that you're going to use. So here, first of all, make sure you either have turned on full automatic mode if your balance was between 50 and 190, or you come to strategy, here, come to strategy and go to spot, and you choose a mode, and you also go down here and you turn on this button. Okay. Let me correct the difference. Before you put in any signal, before you come to signals, make sure either this is turned on, or in a strategy, you have turned on, you have selected the strategy and you have turned on this button here down. Because if you don't do that, the trade is not going to enter. The trade is not going to enter even when you place it. So after you do that, it will show you full automat running, so you can turn on. If you want both to trade both, you can also go ahead and go to strategy, and you turn on the futures automation. Futures automation. So the bot runs on both futures and spot. That is if you want to trade both futures and spot. Okay, if you want to trade both futures and spot, you can turn on all the strategy. You can go to spot, turn on the futures. You can mean spot, turn on the spot strategy. You can go to futures, turn on the futures strategy, like how I've done. You can see futures is selected here up, and here down it is selected, also turned on. And if we also come here to spot, you can see it is spot is selected, and here also down it is turned on. So make sure you first do that. Either you put the button in full automatic mode, or you go and put everything in automatic mode. Now, here you come to signals. After doing that, you come to signals. When you come to signals, you select the signal which you want. For example, I'm going to take this one of JST USDT. This is a spot signal, which means if I enter it, it is going to go into the spot market inside my Binance account. Meanwhile, let me first log into this Binance account, this specific Binance account, and I show you. Let me do this, and I show you. Let me go into this Binance account, and I show you that there is no trade in the spot account for that account. So that when I put the trade, you'll see that the trade has entered, and not just fiction, not just science fiction, rather real trades entering, and you see them. So let me share my spot account. You can see, let me share my screen. Let me share my screen here. Share screen once again. Uh-huh. You can see my spot account. It has 200 spot. It has $200. And you can see there is only future, there's only USD, there's no any other coin here. There's no any other coin here down. There's no any other coin. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this trade. I'm going to go ahead and put in this trade for spot. So I'm going to come and click on execute trade, execute trade. Then when you click on execute trade, you have three options. Option number one is flash execute. When you click on this button, the trade is going to enter immediately without you doing anything, without you changing any setting. And you can see it has detected that I have put on custom strategy of $100 per coin. It has detected. If you have not selected any partition and all your buttons, your auto futures is off and your custom strategy is off, it will take you as if you have selected auto futures. I mean automatic mode, and it will do risk management according to the automatic mode. So if I click on plus execute, let's see what it's going to do. Flash execute. It is going to rotate for a few seconds, and in very few seconds, it is going to place for me this trade in my Binance account. You can see it has put in $99.99, that is the $100, and it has put in spot manual trade. Spot manual trade. So that is how simple it is to put in a spot manual trade. Okay, it has detected that I'm using the $100 partition, and it has put in $100 using the spot trading. So if we go to my Binance, you'll see that inside my Binance, if we refresh, this is the trade it has entered. You see this trade? It has started running, and if it enters profit, the bot is going to close the trade automatically, or you can help it. If you see that it has made enough profit here, you can come here and close it manually, and the trade is going to close inside your Binance. So in this case, this is just educational purposes. I'm going to close this. I'm going to come here and close this trade. When I close it, it is going to also close inside my Binance account. It is going to close inside my Binance account. If you come back to Binance, you'll see it disappearing. It means it has closed, though at a small negative. So if you're into spot trading, you can use this method to put in spot trades. But let's go ahead and still explore other. For example, the same signal here, the same signal I'm going to click on, execute trade, and now we go to this one of smart setup. Because these are the three options, smart setup. If I click on smart setup, you can see it is going to bring me here to select a strategy which I want to use for smart setup. So in this case, I have my $100 strategy selected. If I scroll down here, I'll find this button which says execute this signal with my strategy. If I click it, it brings me now on another page to fully customize how I want the signal to enter. You see, it is going to put for me the coin. It's going to select for me the direction, because in spot we only trade long. You're going to put in spot market. Then here down, it puts in the amount which is going to put. So here you can customize the amount. You can say it is too hard, agreed 100, but let me know. Let me just put 50. Let me just 50. Okay, let me just put 50. You say it is too hard, put in that I want 100, but no, let me reduce. Let me put in 50. Then here you remove the stop loss, because in spot you don't need a stop loss. So then you can go ahead and place long. Okay, you can go ahead and place long. So if I click on place order, then I click on confirm long, you'll see that the trade is going to enter inside my Binance account. Okay. Okay, sometimes it brings this error. So if it brings the error, just refresh like this. After refreshing, you try again. Just refresh. The error means maybe the price in Binance has moved to the expected price, so it didn't find the right price. You can see even here, it was at 5%, now it is at 3.9%, which means the price had changed. That's why it returned that error. So this is spot. Here I need 50. 50. Let me remove this 50. Why it is putting 100 is because the strategy is there is 100. Stop loss I remove, then place long, confirm. So you can just refresh. Sometimes it refuses actually a lot. I don't know why it has refused right now. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know, but it should be placing this trade. The third time it is refusing. I don't know why. To be honest, I don't know. Okay, let's put back 100. Maybe it is expecting 100. Okay, 100. Uh-huh. Stop loss. Okay, removed. So if we place the order, still it is refusing to enter. I don't know why. Either it is my Binance or what. Okay, let me refresh. I don't know why it entered before, but now it has refused. To be very honest, okay, let me remove this DCA and execute. Stop loss. I remove JST. 100. Everything is okay. Place the order. Let me see. It has refused to enter. Sometimes it does refuse. So let's look for another signal. We try another signal. JST, we have left you because you have refused to enter. Let's go to this one. Smart execute 100. Confirm. If the pair is going to enter, XUSD has entered. Stop loss being removed. Place order. Confirm. I don't know. Maybe before in the morning, this side worked very well. I don't know what had just happened, but for those of you who are in the morning lesson, it was working very well. I don't know whether I'm doing something wrong. You can help me in the comment. Am I doing something wrong? Because in the morning, the trade is executed very well. I don't know whether I'm doing anything. Just record. It is recorded. It is a recorded session on YouTube. Okay, the issue has been going on for some days now. We request for checkup. Okay. But in the morning, I saw everything worked very. If we are here in the morning, everything worked very well. I don't know what has happened right now, but of course, we are going to submit this. If it has been happening and returning this error function, let me actually screenshot this error function. I'm going to go ahead and write and attach the screenshot. But anyway, let's also try another option. Okay, the same GST. Then we try this precision trade. Here, when you click on precision trade, it brings you on this section. On this section here, you can, oh, okay, I think I might know where the error is coming from. Let me see what I've done on spot. Okay, let me see. JST, is JST running? If it is among the running trades, it will not enter. Let me see, it is not among the running trades. Okay, let me see whether I've turned on spot trading in this strategy. Spot. Okay, everything is turned on. Okay. I'm going to report this issue because it is my first time experiencing it. I've not been trading spot. So let's go to I think my network was doing a disservice for me. I think my network was misbehaving. Am I back, guys? Am I back? My network, oh, my network was misbehaving a lot. Am I back, guys? Am I back? Okay. Thank you. So let me share my screen once again. Let me share my screen once again. We go back to signals. In this case, we're going to select precision trade. We are going to come here and select precision trade. This one here, precision trade. When you select precision trade, it should feed in all the details of the coin, the direction and everything. Then, okay, on amount, we are going to put, why is it putting $2? On amount, we are going to put, let me say, $100. Let me remove this two, $100. Then I'm going to click here on place long. So it shows me the amount is 100, everything. So I click on confirm. Let's see. It has refused. I don't know why. In the morning, if you are here with me in the morning, it worked very well. I don't know why now it has refused. I don't know. To be honest, I'm going to, I'm actually as versatile as like anyone. I'm going to send this error message right away. The spot market. Let's try futures. Let's look for a futures signal. And you try if you any futures signal here. The long market is doing us dirty. The long market is doing us dirty. Very dirty game here. The long market is doing us dirty. I'm looking for a futures signal. All these are spot. These are spot. All these are spot. Okay. Let's assume this was a futures signal. Okay, so the futures signal was fresh. I'm just using these as examples for demonstration purposes. Okay. As for spot, I'm going to go ahead after this meeting. Immediately, I'm going to write to management to make sure they stabilize, they remove that edge function, because why shouldn't the bot execute? In the morning, it was executing the trades very well. I don't know why. For example, if you were here in the morning, you would see those trades were being executed very well. So I'm going to also try this on futures and see if it returns the same error, then it means there is a lot to be done in the background. Okay. Everything is selected. Futures signal. In the amount, I'm going to change this and put 100. Okay, 100. Then here I'm going to reduce. In futures, remember you can customize the leverage here. You can use even up to 125x. So let me use 6x or maybe 5x leverage. Then take profit. Of course, in futures you have to leave the stop loss on. The take profit is already selected. Smart exit, smart DCA. You can turn on this smart DCA if you want the bot to put in, for example, put in 100. Yeah, put $100. But if I turn on smart DCA, it is not going to put all the $100 at once. If I turn on this button, it's not going to put all the $100. It was going to first put in 15% of the $100. If the market goes against me, it adds in 15%. The market goes against me, it adds in 30%. Finally, 40% to make the $100 all go in. So let me place the long order and I see. If this also fails, then there is a serious problem that maybe has just erupted. Okay. So it means for the sport engine, some users, because we have not been trading sport, you can see the long signal has entered very well. I see the long signal has entered very well, which means the issue is still on the spot signals. And I'm going to go ahead and report this to the management. I've taken a screenshot. I've not been trading spot, to be honest. I've never traded spot, actually. I have always traded futures. I've never traded spot. But I'm going to go ahead and report the spot incident right away after the meeting so that it is worked on. Okay. Has anyone been experiencing those issues on the spot market? Has anyone been experiencing the short signal, please help explain why you remove stop loss on. Okay. In 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 uh, in spot trading, spot trading, you don't need a stop loss. Because why should you put a stop loss on in spot? You don't need it, actually, because you buy and hold. When the price increases, you sell. So you don't need to be stopped out on a spot trade. Stop loss is required on futures. Stop loss is required on futures. Okay, in the morning it worked very well. Yes, Dennis, for example, for you, so it in the morning it worked very well. And I guess this is recorded. Okay. So, guys, have you seen the trade is now moving? This is the trade that has just entered. It is moving. You can see it put in $15, even though I selected $100 to be entered. Why? Because it is using DCA or dollar cost averaging. If we go to my Binance, you see this trade is running inside my Binance. Let's go to my Binance here. Inside futures, you can see XLM, which is the trade which has just entered. XLM, you can see it is running. It's running with the stop loss, with the TP, and even the limit orders. If you come here, you'll see the limit orders for XLM. They are there. They are set. So these are the 3 limit orders. It says where it will keep on adding in more money if the price goes ahead to go against me, to keep on adding more money, and it reaches $100. That should be entered into the coin. So that is how simple it is to execute a trade manually. So what is the simplest? What is the simplest way? Now look at this one. Where were you? I was looking for a good trade. You are not coming. Now, just after 5 minutes leaving here, you come and in 5 minutes you pop by 17%. Hmm? You, where were you when I was looking for this signal? So what I'm going to write, let me try this signal. I see, though it has moved. Let me try this and I see whether it will enter. If it enters, then I know it was on the specific pair. If it doesn't, then I know the issue is with. This is spot, so I remove the stop loss. It is not needed. Spot, place long, place. If it enters, then I know this the issue was on the coin. If it doesn't, then I know this one has entered successfully. Have you seen it, guys? It has entered. So which means the issue was on the coin. It was not the issue was on the coin. It was not on the what? On Binance or the bot. Okay, the issue was on the coin. You can see this one has entered cleanly. It has entered cleanly. Okay. So the issue was on the, have you seen it, guys? Let's go to spot and we see spot. Yes, it is here. Though it has put in $6. I think I didn't customize the money. I didn't customize the how much USD it should enter, which I would have customized using this section. Let's go to signals. I would have customized that section using here. If we go to precision trade, I would have customized the section for money. I would have customized the section for money here. Okay, maybe let's see. 50 $50. Let's see if it is going to go ahead and enter. Stop loss removed. Place long. Confirm. There is also a spot signal. Let me see whether it is going to enter. It has entered. So which means where was the issue now? This one has entered. You can say customer $50. It has put the $50. So it means the issue was on the coin specifically. It was not with the bot. It was not with the bot, it was not with Binance. So if it returns that error, because we have seen it live here, if it returns that error where it gives you an error, you go ahead. Does the 120 USDT include fuel? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So if it returns an error, if you try to put a trade and it returns an error, you can explain more on spot manual training, please. Okay, which specific area do you want me to explain? It's just a click of a button. There is nothing here to explain, guys. There is nothing to explain. It is just a click of a button. You come to signals. Okay, let me repeat. Come to signals. Okay, maybe you want to trade this WUSDT. WUSDT. Come to, it is a spot signal. You can see spot signal. Come to execute trade. Execute trade. Okay, choose precision trade. Simple. Precision trade. If you can't click precision trade, it is going to load everything. Okay, for example, it has loaded. WSDT, it has loaded, it is a long, it is spot. There's nothing to change here. You just come here on amount here. This is where you have to change. How much do you want to put in that coin? I want to put in maybe $50. So first type 50 and then remove this last one here. This last digit of 2. I want to put in $50. Full stop. Remove the stop loss because you don't need a stop loss on the spot market. Remove the stop loss. After you remove the stop loss, come and place long. Enter. That is it. There is nothing to explain, guys. There is nothing to explain here. So the trade is going to enter. For example, you see the trades have entered. So let me close some of these because me, I don't trade spot. To be honest, I don't trade spot. I hate spot trading. I only trade futures. I'm going to close that. And I'm also going to close this because this was unintended. It was just for example purposes. I don't want it to eat on my money. It was just for example purposes. Let me close it. Okay. So if you have any trade running in profit and you want to close it, you can just come here and close the what? The trade. If it has entered in profit and maybe you see it has made it for enough profit, for example, this one here, Paul, I can say, no, Polo, give me some money. Let me close you here. I close Paul, I take my money. Okay. Taking profit is very important in crypto trading, guys. I see some people, you see someone holding a trade, it is in $80+, and they are there, I'm not closing it. Why? $80 and you don't close a trade, my dear. You see me here, even when it is in $2 and I see it, I close, you see, I close and take away my profit. I close. This one, I just closed it. So all these losses, most of them, it is me trying out. For example, these ones I've just closed them right now because I didn't want to trade spot. I was just explaining and giving examples. So when you come here, to signals, when you come to signals, first understand, is this a spot signal? It is a future signal. Where do you want it to go? If it is a spot signal and you have money on spot, you can trade it. If it is a future signal, you have money on futures, you can trade it. Okay. So most of these were spot. They were not futures. Most of these were spot. They were not futures. The only future signal we saw was one, but it was edging. So if there are no future signal right away, you can just wait for a few minutes. The signals are going to come because, as you can see, they are coming in almost every hour, every minute. So just wait for a few seconds. The signals are going to come, and then you can enter those signals. Okay. These are all sport. These are all sport. These are all sport FET. These are all sport. The sport market, I mean, the market is not good. That's why most of them are negative. You can see the market is not good. BTC has just jumped from 74,000 today. It has gone to 72. Today, in the morning, it was at 74. Now it has gone to 72. So you can know, you can, of course, expect the feedback in the signals which were given. But however, we have such resilient coins. They don't care whether BTC you go down, me, I'm going to pump. Okay. So not everything that if BTC goes down, not everything will go down. You can see some of these pairs, for them, they have resisted the BTC movement and they are up. Okay, you can see them. So as of now, I've explained what you need to trade is a future signal. I mean, what you need to trade a signal. First of all, have the money in your wallet that you're going to use. If you want to trade in spot, have the money in spot. If you want to trade in futures, have the money in futures. So for me, I'm going to remove these buttons of spot because I don't want to trade spot. And I leave only the button of futures. I'm going to come here to custom strategy and I customize the futures trades. I'm going to use the $200 partition on futures. I turn on this here, turn on this one, and I leave the bot to handle everything else. Okay, that is me. I don't want to get involved. I want the bot to handle everything. Maybe where I get involved is when I find a profitable trade going on. Say, oh, this profit has entered much profit. Let me close it like that. Okay, if the bot or most of the times I leave this account to run on complete automation. So that's how simple it is to run a futures trade or to run a spot trade using manual settings. Then if you're someone, you may be someone who knows how to analyze the market. Maybe here when you come to signals, there are no short signals. Okay. Right now there are no short signals. You say, okay, if there are no short signals, let me go ahead and let me go to my trading view because I know how to analyze the market. I look for any short signal. Now, when you find that short signal, you just come here. Okay. Come to trades, come to trades here, come to trades and you click on trades. Then come here where it says new trade, new trade. When you click there, now you are allowed to select. For example, you saw that maybe XRP was going to make for you money in short. So you type XRP, XRP. When you type XRP, that is okay. It will put for you the XRP trade. Then you come here, you say, I want to move with short. I want to trade you in short. Select short direction. Okay. I want to leave it in futures, not spot. I don't want spot here. I want to leave it in futures. But on leverage, you can use any leverage as long as you understand what you're doing. Now, this is for seniors. People have been in the market for long. You understand what you're doing. You can use up to 125x leverage. I have seen people using 50x leverage. I've seen people using 100x leverage, 75x leverage. I've seen people using this because they are confident of what they are doing. Okay, so maybe you want to use 70x leverage, 75x leverage. Then you come here down. How much do you want to put in this coin? Now, this is for someone who really understands what they are doing. This is for someone who really understands what they are doing. If you know you're not sure, please either use signals or let the bot handle the rest. If you know you're not sure, please, I beg you in the name of God, if you know you're not sure of what you're doing, don't tamper with these settings which I'm just showing you right now. These are for people who understand. Someone will go to their trading view and they analyze, they get a setup on XRP. Then they come here in the board and set up their setup and set everything up. So maybe he comes here, says 75. Now you come here, say, I want to put in $10. $10. Okay, I want to put in just $10. Okay. Now you come here and you turn on the take profit from the entry price. Do you want the take profit to be in percentages? Where do you want your take profit to be in terms of percentages? Okay, I want from the entry the take profit to be at 1%, or take profit number at 1%. Or if you can come here and put the prices, select the price. I want the take profit to be on this price, take profit number 1, take profit number 2, take profit number 3. Then also come here to stop loss and you put in the stop loss where you want your stop loss to be. Okay, I want my stop loss to be at maybe at 0.8, 0.800. You put it there. Then turn on enable smart exit. Why? Why should you enable smart exit? Because you want the bot to handle the TPs, the trading stop and everything. Okay. Then if you want, you can turn on smart DCA if you want. Then come here down and here I've not put in the amount. The amount I've put in is so small. That's why smart DCA is not enabling. But for example, if I put in 100, you'll see the button for smart DCA. It should be enabling. I don't know why. It should be enabling 100. Okay. But here you can just put in, because of the leverage I've used, it is disabling the smart DCA because of the leverage I've used. It's too high. That's why the smart DCA has refused to open here. It has refused to open for me. But if the leverage is low, you can use smart DCA. So here down, you come and place your order. Place your order, you confirm the trade is going to come here inside your running trades and you enjoy your money. That is how simple it is to place a short, a manual trade. Now, let me see. Should we turn on the smart exit? Yes, smart exit should be turned on. How to enter trades? See, what have I been explaining? Maybe you've just joined. What have I been explaining? Updates about the new stop loss percentage in futures. Okay. So they implemented a new future, but I've just been told it is not yet active. Someone called me and told me it is not yet active, but the new feature they implemented is this. Once the bot is trading for you, the bot is handling all the trades. Remember, it puts in limit orders or what we call DCA orders. DCA1, DCA, it puts in DCA1 to DCA3. So once all these limit orders have been filled and has put in all the money, for example, if the all money to be spent in DCA orders was $100, plus put in all the $100, then it is going to move the stop loss closer to entry, such that when you lose, you can only lose 3%, maximum 10%, but previously you would lose 30% of the money in the trade. For example, previously it would put in a trade, maybe it has entered from here. This is the entry. Okay. Previously it would enter from here, for example, entry. Then put the stop loss way here down, maybe at 30% here, such that limit orders will fill here DCA1, DCA2, DCA3, but still here you remain after DCA3 has entered, you remain with a stop loss of up to 30%. So what they have done is that if the DCA3 has entered, DCA3 has been filled, now it recalculates the stop loss according to the average entry. Because remember, when these DCA orders are filling in, the average entry keeps on changing. So they calculate from the average entry and they recalculate the stop loss, which will give you a 3% to 10% loss, which means the stop loss is no longer here. It is going to move back around here. Maybe stop loss will be placed here. So that is what they implemented. But I had someone just called me after the morning meeting that it was not yet very effective. And I'm going to write, me personally, I'm going to write, because remember, I care about my team. I want my team to succeed a lot. So someone told me the bot entered the trade, but it did not effectively apply that stop loss to be adjusted. And I'm going to call, I'm going to write and an email to support. You can always also write an email to support at cryptoflowsignals.com. This is the support channel. If you have any challenge, you can always write to support at cryptoflowsignals.com. Usually they do not reply in a time, but they do record. They do record every support ticket submitted, and they make an announcement to show you what they have gathered and what they are going to go ahead and correct. Okay. After it's about okay, that is the surplus. How can you separate money for manual trade and automatic trade in futures? Okay. What I've realized, what they implemented is that you cannot trade, the bot will not allow you to put in any trade if the future, if the full auto, if the either full auto or custom auto is not selected and turned on. So right now, there is no separation. Can someone in custom mode trade signals, please? Yes, yes, very well. You can trade signals. You can trade signals. Now, this is it. This is it. For example, here you can see my bot is running on custom strategy mode. Custom strategy mode, which means if you come here, you'll see that the custom strategy is turned on. Okay, everything is on. Now, this is one of the requirements actually. This is one of the requirements. This has to be on if the bot has to place for you and any other trade. Because this button allows the bot access Binance. If it is turned off, the bot may return an error. So here, even when it is on, I can go ahead and even when, if you want to trade spot, make sure, if you want to trade spot, make sure also here in spot, if you come to spot, make sure here also down, it is turned on. If it is not, it is not going to refuse putting, it is going to refuse put in any trade. So make sure if you want to trade spot, make sure also this button is on in custom strategy. If you want to trade futures, make sure also futures is on. So here I can come and trade signals. I can come here, get a signal. If, for example, it was a futures signal, I enter that signal is going to enter. Even when there is a signal running, I mean, when there are trades running in full automatic mode, the bot can also add for me signals which are in, which are manual, even when full custom mode is running. Now, how do you then trade? How do you then trade such a spot signal in futures? How do you trade a spot signal in futures? Here you go a different route. Okay. First of all, you will have to take a screenshot. That is if you want to trade a spot signal, but you want to trade it in futures. I don't know whether I'm very clear. For example, there is no futures signal right now, but you see a spot signal coming in and you want to trade this spot signal in futures. What do you do? Take a screenshot of this page, okay? Take a screenshot of this page. Now, also open this Smart DCA and you take a screenshot of this page like this. Why? This is very important. I'm going to show you. Remember, it is a spot signal, but you want to trade it in futures. Now open your bot and you go to trades. Let's go back, go to trades here. If you go to trades, come and click on new trade. Come and click on new trade. This is if it is a spot signal, but you want to trade it in futures. But if it was a futures signal, no need, you don't need to take that. If it was a futures signal and you want to trade in futures, just click here. You take the other route, precision trade. It will land you here. As simple as that. By the way, it is possible. Supposed to wait. I'm even disturbing myself. Let's say this is the trade. You want to trade it in futures. If we come here to execute trade, and you come to precision trade. By default, when it is loading, it is going to load in the spot market. Do you see this? It has loaded the spot market. That's why it is given you only long, short is disabled. So you just have to come and change here. Say futures. I want you to trade you in futures. Okay, you want to say if it is available on the futures market, it is going to load now the futures section. So no may not be in futures. No USDT may not be in futures. But if it was there, it was going to load every detail in the futures. So first of all, you can change just here by clicking on futures. If the trade is, if this coin NOM USDT is also available for futures trading, it will load all the details. Let's look for another signal here. Maybe WSDT, maybe ARC USDT, maybe JST. Maybe call it JST. Let's see this. JST. Let's go for futures. JST for futures. JST are not available for futures. JST are available, perpetual. Okay. So I think the best route is, I hadn't tried this, but I'm just You know, we learn, we keep on learning. I didn't tried it before. So what we do, let's first close this. Okay, let me open it again. Open it again. Now we go to trades. Okay, it is showing me relay offline. Okay. So if it shows you relay offline, what does it mean? Because this one, some of you may see it, may notice it of recent. What does it mean, relay offline? This is just a network connection problem. Okay. It is just a network connection problem. You just have to wait for a few minutes. Usually it takes around 10 to 20 minutes and everything comes back online. Has anyone ever noticed this? Has anyone ever noticed that error? That is actually not an error. It's just a network connection problem. Has anyone ever noticed that? Has the take profit percentage been updated accordingly? Take profit. Yes. Take profit when it reaches 2%, 2.3%, it locks into 2% profit. When it reaches 5%, it starts trading stop. It kicks in trading stop at 5%. So it has been updated. But if you find when the signal it has passed to like 10 minutes, is it possible to trade? Yes. Any signal is good to trade if it has not gone above 15 minutes. It is good to trade. How much is the fuel fee? Depends on the profit made per coin. Fuel fee is 20% of the profit made. 20% of profit times profit. That is the fuel. I'm trading manually. Do both deduct the gas fees? Yes, it does deduct the gas fees. I'm asking a question. Please, you're diverting me. Can I trade in auto? Yes, full auto is okay if you're trading with 500. So I'm saying, has anyone ever noticed this? Have you seen how it has come back? Have you seen? So it is just a network. If you see the relay offline message, it is just a network error. You just have to be patient for a few seconds or a few minutes. You'll see the balance loading again. So I'm saying this is our signal, NOM-USDT. I want to trade it in futures. NOM-USDT. I want to trade it in futures market. Let me see in futures market. You see, it loads everything. So it was not loading because the relay was offline. But I want to trade it in futures. I select futures here. You don't have to even take screenshots. That was the biggest route. Here you just have to change from spot to say futures. I want to trade you in futures. It is going to load everything if it is available in the futures market. You come here down, you select the leverage. I want to use 5x. Okay. I want to use 5x. You come here down. You put in the amount. I want to use how much? Dollars in this trade. Turn on your smart DCA or smart DCA. Then come here and place your long like this, and you confirm. So if it is a spot signal and you want to trade it in futures, that's how simple it is. You just send the direction here from spot to futures, and you trade the same signal in futures. So if there are no, for example, right now there are no future signals coming in. They are only spot signals. For example, this FF, it is a spot signal. What do? Come and click on execute trade. Come and click on precision trade. Precision trade. So here it is going to put in everything. It's going to prefill everything. You can see it is going to put in. It has put in FF. Now that it has put it in, come and click on futures. I want to trade you in futures, not spot. It will change the direction. Trade futures. I want to trade with, let me see, maybe 3x. Okay, 5x it is okay. 5x. I've gone back. My dear. It is disturbing. I put in, but simple. The setup is the same. The setup remains the same. You just have to change the direction from spot to futures. Guys, is that hard? Is that hard, guys? I want an answer. Is that hard? Is that hard? I want an answer. Is what I've just shown you very hard? It is as simple as that. So if there are no future signals coming, use the spot signals, trade them in futures. If you want to trade futures, if you want to trade spot, trade them in spot. It is not hard at all. It is not hard at all. That's why, for example, let me share this again. That's why, for example, let me share this again, please. Just a minute. I share with you this one. Let me share with you this. That's why I'm saying, that's why, for example, we are saying that That's why we are saying that it is easier to make money once you understand the right things. And on 20th December, 20th December, 20th, 20th June, not December, 20th June, 20th June 2026, we are going to be at Triangle, Hotel Triangle, teaching these things live. So instead of you just attending online lessons, why don't you come and attend a physical lesson? You get to meet me. I will be there. Get to meet leaders Chris Sembati. Get to meet leader movies. I get to meet leader coach Lucas, other leaders around and who are teaching inside the crypto flow community. MRD, meet leader coach Disan, meet all these leaders. Your favorite leader, they will all be there on 20th, 20th of June 2026. This will be in Uganda. Okay. So people are in different countries. You're in Rwanda, you're in Kenya, you're in Tanzania, you're in South Africa. Why don't you arrange a physical meeting? Arrange a physical meetup of a few people, 100, 200, 300. If some of you have the capacity, arrange a physical meetup of 1,000 people. If you're in Uganda, I call you to attend this physical meetup. It will be in Kampala on 20th June 2026. Make sure you attend. If you're in Uganda, please don't miss. Don't miss attending. I invite everyone, I invite all. Then now I want to answer questions. Okay, everything understood there. Dennis has said everything is understood, so we should leave here. Otherwise, I thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much for coming in this class. So the issue is everything is now sorted. Everything is now live. You can go ahead and make the money. Make the money. Yes, enjoy the money and let the bot work for you. Have a good day. Meet you in the evening at 8 p.m. lesson. Make sure you invite. With 1,000 capital, do you suggest $100 strategy for 20? Oh, I would suggest 100. I would just suggest $100 strategy. $100 strategy is okay.